Welcome to how to remove the V6 from a VS Commodore. So the key ingredients of removing the engine is to make sure you've got stuff scattered all over the floor that you can trip over, something obstructing your way from getting out from underneath the car that you can bump your head on. So for me, I've got this catback section here. And then the stuff on the floor is an entire this bucket, milk crate, completely full of nuts and bolts. It's tipped over, and so there's just nuts and bolts all over the floor. Always misplace your tools. So I can actually see in this mess of bolts a couple of sockets that I'm going to need during this removal. But I've gone ahead and taken off all the nuts and bolts that are holding in the engine. So you've got the auto cross brace. I've removed the 3 out of 4 bolts holding that in. The fourth one wasn't there in the first place. Last time I put this motor in here, I actually didn't bother about the nuts on the engine mount, so they're not there to worry about. We're using unrated rope here. Pretty nice crane that I'm borrowing. So if you followed my initial steps, then this should not go breezy. This should be as difficult as the first time you've done it. So this is the this is going to be the 4th time I'm removing this motor. This motor, not exactly this motor, but this motor from this car, not exactly this car, but you know, this body. Anyway, so I guess we're gonna go along for the ride. Both of us are going along for the adventure of figuring out what I've forgotten and what else there is to do. Anyway, without further ado, let's pull it out. First, we're going to lift it a little bit. There we go. So we're hard up against the tunnel. Now we're going to do one of these. So something's not giving. That's fun. I guess we'll just keep on going. There we go. Oh, that's how you do it. Alright, so we're up against some stuff. Let's pull it out. Just like that. So the key is, right, you don't want to puncture the AC condenser, but you want to have a couple near misses during this extraction. You're going to want to not remove the oil from the auto, so it's able to spill out of the back. That was the first time I took this motor out, and when I put the motor in here, and so this is the 3rd time I'm moving this motor again. I still haven't removed that fluid. So we're going to make a hell of a mess of this concrete, but you know, that's how you know that you're getting somewhere, right? There we go, here's all the fluid coming out of the auto again. Oh wow, that's a lot more than I remember. I also need to crawl under there to put the... Oh, I've forgotten to take the cross member off the auto, so I guess it's coming out the top here if possible. Wow, that's a lot of oil. Alright, I actually need a pan. Hang on. Remember always to run for your equipment. You don't want it ready for you. Wow, that's so much. Jesus. Oh my god. So I thought most of the oil already came out from the other couple of times that I've done this, but yeah, that's a lot. So we're just going to rotate him a little bit more. Check our ropes. I mean, it's definitely too late now, but that's the point. So it doesn't look like they're going to snap or loosen, luckily. We're still pouring out a lot of oil out of that transmission. Rotate him up a little bit more, I reckon that's good. So we're going to use this time, sorry if you can hear me, we're going to use this time of the auto draining out through the back of itself to jump under there. Oh my god. We're going to go under this car while this engine is being supported by the crane, which has a slow leak in it, held by these unrated ropes. And we're going to go under there and take the cross member off, the thing that I should have done earlier. Anyway, so wow, that's a lot of oil. Oh my god, that's a lot of oil. I think we'll use this towel here. All right. So I think we're looking at 13 to remove the cross member. I think I'm using the right terminology. So this is what I was talking about. Cross member for the train sits down and that connects to the body. You're also going to want to drop these nuts into both of them into the oil pan that's collecting the trans oil. Well, half the trans oil, the other half is on the ground already. So it's still draining, but we're not going to let it finish. We're going to take the engine out, make a hell of a mess, and we'll clean it up later. Cool. So this thing just keeps going up. There we go. So if you've got no one helping you or spotting you, that's fine, because you just listen out for the bump of the transmission hitting the tunnel, and that's how you know that you need to do something. So in this case, I think what I'll try is bring it towards the front of the car. There we go. There's our near miss of the AC condenser that we were talking about. Let's try that again. Oh, there we go. That was a proper hit. So we'll just keep doing this. There we go. There we go. Ah, that's good. See, one of these ropes are a bit loose. That's cool. We found that out halfway through the lifting. Yes. So we are no longer over the top of the pan, so it's just making a hell of a mess of the concrete. That's cool. That's expected. So I'm gonna, I guess we'll reposition the pan. That's our point now, but anyway, there we go. All right. The pan slid nicely over the concrete because the concrete's already lubed up. Come on. There we go. Bump the car a little bit. That's how you know it's time to do a different thing, I guess. There we go. So we're up over the top of the radiator support, or this front bit here, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so we're going to pull it forward a bit more. We heard that iconic bump of the oil pan on the radiator support, so we're going to lift it a little bit more. No point being smooth. I trust these ropes. Pull it out, hit the radiator support, see that bit of metal flex, that's nice. Alright, now we hope that this crane doesn't move, as we don't have another person holding it. But anyway, now we're going to flatten the engine again so we can pull it the rest of the way out. We're going to use our eyes to notice that the oil is no longer draining into the pan, but we're not going to do anything about that. What are we doing? Oh, there we go. See, our hope was not enough. The crane has moved. This is flattening the motor. Wow, it's heavy. I might drop it just a touch so I can get a bit more leverage on this. Okay, so here we go again, our famous run to get something that we haven't prepared earlier. So right now I'm going to go get a bottle of spray for lubing the screw mechanism. Trying to think of something else I might need while I'm getting that tool, but they'll be fine. They'll come to me later. Pretty sure this stuff worked pretty well last time. This stuff worked last time, so we'll give that another shot. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah. the iconic trip over the extension cord that's in your way. Make sure to include a little bit of that. There we go. Sponsored by CRC. Not really, I wish. That'd be cool. Okay, that didn't help. That didn't help at all. Anyway, stand on the crane, you know, the thing with wheels. Put your knee underneath the engine, just in case it falls. You want it to crush your knee. A little bit more over here. Ooh, I just felt it do an unexpected move. It's not a good feeling. Oh, that's why it's hard. We're up against the transmission tunnel, so now's a good point to move the engine away from the car. We expect the back of it to shoot up, rip one of those brake lines out and maybe that vacuum line, but we're not going to prevent that. We're just going to keep our eyes on it. Here we go. There we go, there's the brake line. That's the vacuum line. Great. Cool. Alright, so this chassis is not going to slow down again. There we go, there's our noise to let us know we've hit something and that we need to do a little bit more of this. Going this way now. Yep. This is to level off everything. Reposition the ropes as they get caught on stuff, because I kind of tied this all together without considering some things. There we go, we're hitting the car again. That means we can take it out a bit further. There we go. The key is to do sudden, jolty movements. There we go. So now we should be able to do one of these. Oh, hit the car, so we're just going to go up just a touch more. There we go. That's it. So, now you've seen how to remove one of these really easily. Just letting you know this is all for sale. I don't need it anymore. So the chassis for sale as a rolling shell, and the engine's good. Has your normal lifter tick, but that's fine, it'll go for another 25 years. And the auto has a shift kit in it. Well, half shift kit. I'll get to that eventually. But it goes alright. Anyway, hope you liked. Just got to avoid the stuff on the ground. Hope you liked what you saw. If any of this info helps you out, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.